If, like me, you love delicious, super crunchy, amazing popcorn chicken, then stand up. And if you're not standing, well, stand up and leave the room, because this is not for you. Allow me to read an email. Dear Sam and crew, there we were a few nights ago watching your fried chicken breakfast sandwich video, and we all started to get hungry. Really hungry. Okay, I will admit there was some alcohol and a substance or two involved, but it still looked amazing. So we ordered KFC and got a bunch of stuff, including their popcorn chicken. And in the middle of eating the popcorn chicken, my friend Lance said, hey, why don't we ask Sam if he can make this? So here we are. Can you, Neil and friends? Neil and friends, yes, we can make this because you asked for it, which is a throwback comment to a TV show like in the 60s, which none of you remember because you were probably not old enough for it. But we're making this popcorn chicken for you today with a surprise popcorn item at the end, so stay tuned for that. Cheap little fucking, what do you call that?
Wasn't listening, I don't know what you said.
No, a tease. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
it was just a,
sorry.
It was just a cheap, it was just a cheap, shitty little fucking tease to keep you hanging on through the end of the video. But I think it's worth it. It'll be delicious. At least I think it'll be delicious. But because we're always here for you, we're doing two types of chicken. Chicken breast, the more traditional, and chicken thighs, my favorite. We're going to cook them separately, see how they turn out. We'll prepare them the same, cook them separately. First, we have to get our buttermilk, what's it called? Marinade. Thank you. In order.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. Buttermilk marinade now. So we start with buttermilk. Look how thick and rich and luscious it is. It's partially the tang in this that really enhances the chicken. So try not to skip this step. To that, we're going to add just two other things. One is a little hot sauce, and I like Cholula, so we'll use some of that. And then the other one is some pickle juice. Not necessarily traditional, but I love it. And we mix. Now let's prep our chicken. Shit, fucking thing fell in. Damn it. I hate it when that happens. So one giant chicken breast we take out. Now look, the key is, get off my hands. The key is that we cut this into even-sized pieces. I talk about it all the time, regardless of what you're gonna cook. If it's going in a pan, in the oven, in a deep fryer like today, if they're different sized pieces, little here and big here, they're not gonna cook at the same time. So whatever cubes you make, whatever size pieces you make them the same size, all right? So we'll cut these guys up.
It's here.
It's here, stand by. And by it, she means a KFC. Look, it's called research, ladies and gentlemen. You have to have something to compare to. And this would be the popcorn chicken that they make. What do they call this now?
I think popcorn nuggets?
Made with delicious chicken, but named after popcorn. That's marketing gold. What does that even mean? There they are. That's what we're making. But obviously we think ours will be better. It's okay. Mashed potatoes and gravy that you eat with a spork. Remember? The originators of the fork, apparently. What happened to, didn't they used to make a spoon fork? I mean, it's here. Yeah, oh. Yes, I'm a fan of these. From years ago, I remember. There's some cream. That's good mashed potato right there. Sorry, one more bite. More bite? Here, have that. Do you want one of these?
That's like a shrimp.
We should have done popcorn shrimp, right?
Ours are gonna be better.
Here's the thing to do. You take a popcorn chicken piece, put it in the mashed potatoes and gravy. And who got that? I have no idea. It says chicken treasures. Oh, shit. You ordered biscuits too?
Hell yeah.
Oh, now this has got to come back out. Just for a second. I apologize for the delay in shooting, but you must have a bite of biscuit with some mashed potato. Now you know why those stoners wanted me to make popcorn chicken. I didn't mean stoners. I meant those fine people wanted me to make popcorn chicken because they have a real yearning to learn how to make it. Here we go. Okay, so here's all you need to do. Look, we'll just square this off a bit. And then I think I want the pieces, you know, I don't know, like about, we want smaller ones, Max, or bigger ones? Like this, right?
Yeah, smaller.
Does that look good?
Yes.
Okay, so let's just make a bunch of those. And if they're not perfectly square, that's fine too. Okay. Now, of course, this needs to go in to our marinade, and that will look like this. And separate it so they're not stuck together, so that the buttermilk gets all the way around. And then in with your hand to break it up. Make sure they're separate. Perfect. Now let's do the same with the chicken thighs. Okay. Gross, but here's my chicken thighs. Clearly untrimmed, so we got to take some of this off. You know, it's disgusting. This is the stuff that Kelly, my wife, cannot look at, or she will never eat it. Ever, ever, ever. But when you've got it pretty close, then again, into pieces that are sort of similar in size. Little fat's fine. And of course, you know, it's not as thick, but that's all right. We're going to be fine here, folks. We're going to be fine. Okay, so let's get this guy. And we're cutting, cutting. Here we go. Look, I am a fan of dark meat. There's no question about it. It's my thing. It's my jam. I will always take a dark chicken over the white meat chicken any day. But that's why we're doing this little experiment. Okay, now this has to go in, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Sam, you told us you were going to separate the dark meat from the white meat, but now you've completely f***ed yourself because the white meat chicken is already in. Now what do you do? Look, I'm not as dumb as I look. Here's my fix. Ready? It's a what's this called?
Strainer?
It's a strainer. There's another more
Colander?
No. I feel like there's another word for it. But watch what we're going to do. We're going to take this dark meat chicken, put it in here, and we'll just nestle this lovingly into the buttermilk nonsense. Smart as a whip, I am. Smart as a whip. Look, I foiled you. You that are sitting at home thinking, this guy doesn't know what the F is up. Now what's he going to do? That's what he does. Okay, ready? Let's clean our hands and make two sauces. Our first sauce is a riff on something called comeback sauce, kind of a Louisiana all-purpose thing. So we start with mayo. We add a little honey. Hi, honey. A little hot sauce, and in this case I'm using Sriracha, a little Worcestershire, a little salt and pepper, and finally, some Old Bay seasoning. And we mix. So think of it as a little bit of a Thousand Island dressing, tiny bit sweeter, but with more of a kick because of the Old Bay. It's delicious. It will be amazing with our popcorn chicken, if that's what we're calling it. Okay, sauce number 2 is a sort of a mustard-based kind of sauce. So we'll start with 2 mustards. The first is a Grainy. I'm using like a Creole Grainy. Throw in a little Dijon, a tiny splash of apple cider vinegar for a little kick. Beautiful. A little Cholula for spice, some brown sugar for sweetness, garlic powder for, well, I suppose garlic's sake, and of course, salt and pepper, and now we can mix. And this one tastes like that's it, mustardy, there. Vinegary, there. Little tiny bit of sweet on the back end because of the brown sugar. I don't even know what the fuck the back end means. The back end of the sauce. Maybe right at the end of tasting I get a little. Backhand. What the hell am I? You promise to slap me if I ever do that again? It's not like one of those douchey chefs or cooks on TV that tries to use every fancy fucking word that they've got. I don't have fancy words, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mean to try and be fancy, and I don't know what backhand, maybe just the back end of the, I don't know. I won't do that again. We'll try not to do that again. Okay, sauces are made, chicken's marinating, our oil's at 350. I have 2 baskets. Shall we cook? Let's go, bitches. Let's go.
Hey!
What you,
I want to know what's in that finger licking sauce.
okay, Max wants to know how this finger-licking good sauce tastes. That's like leading the witness, isn't it? Good sauce. How's the sauce? Oh, it's good. Stupid. But look it. Check this out. I'll be honest with you. The color is ridiculously close to this. I've never had this before in my life. Theirs is thicker, I can tell you that. It has pepper, more pepper. It's sweeter. Oh, I think mine's more interesting. I don't like it. Mine has more, what's that term? More back end heat. I don't like it. We're cooking chicken. We're cooking chicken. Let's go. But before we cook it, we've got to flour it, and that looks like this. So we'll start by adding some salt and pepper, like usual. You know we always do that. And while KFC uses a combination of 11 herbs and spices, I'm using 3, salt, pepper, and some smoked paprika. If you have just paprika, use that, but honestly, I find the smoke to be a lot more interesting. We'll mix this in. And now we start with our chicken. So we'll go with the thighs first. So I don't want too much of this excess moisture on here. So I'm going to pick up some pieces. We'll drop them in. Boom, 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 boom. These guys in. Might as well do them all right while I'm here. And then with a fairly dry hand, we'll do this. We want them coated well, so make sure everybody gets in all right. Okay, and when they're all done, shake off the excess. We'll put them on. And I'm going to get everybody ready so they'll all cook at the same time. I'm going to get them all ready on this platter so that the chicken... I'm trying to say I want to have the thighs and the breast pieces all battered and ready to go so we can put them in the oil at the same time. Does that make sense? And down we go. Okay, now the breasts. And the pieces are in here. Same thing. Now I can just do this so they'll start to drip. Uh-oh, this one-handed thing is challenging. Lift up and show those idiots quickly. Look.
What idiots?
You idiots. That's the other 2. Those are Max's brothers. We may allow them to taste this chicken at some point today. Maybe. Okay, so same drill. Out, out, repeat, and just finish off the rest. Out they come. And now we're ready to fry. I'm not going to do it all at once because if you crowd it, it won't cook properly. But I will separate by putting the chicken breast pieces over here. We'll do about half. And the thighs over here. You set, Max? And here we go. Both of them down. Love that. That's what you want. And we need to give it a little shake because we don't want the pieces sticking. The beautiful part about this is probably, I don't know, 5-ish minutes till they're golden brown and lovely. Look, it's been 30 seconds maybe. Nice. At this point, you gotta say they're looking beautiful. And then I'm gonna take them out, Max. Okay, guys, so these are ready. Look at the color. Up we go. We let them drip for a second. Then I'm gonna put them on this rack. I'll take these guys out, little shake. Out they come. Wow, look at that. Those are the thighs. Those are the breast pieces. Let's add one more thing to them. Okay, and then I like just a tiny little hit of salt while they're still a little bit warm to add a little boost of flavor. And there you have it. Look. And sauces. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to eat some chicken. And here we go. Let's try. Oh, I almost lost the sauce. Okay, let's try the breast pieces first, and those are these guys. They're fucking hot. So we'll have a bite without any sauce. Ah. Mmm. Perfect. Oh, it's hot, crispy. Mmm. Okay. Right off the bat, I prefer my 3 herbs and spices to their 11. But now we have a piece of the thigh. Mmm. That's the one. For me, that's the one. Juicy, tender, way more moist inside. I know a lot of people don't like the word moist when it comes to food, but mmm. So, the sauces, shall we? Here's our version of a comeback sauce. This one, the mayo-based one. We'll have some of this. Mmm. It's got that kick, the Sriracha. Mmm. It's really good. It's better than theirs, I'm telling you. And then the mustard-based guy, like that. Mmm. Okay, the vinegar in that sauce, that one, that's the shit. They're both fantastic. They both kick the crap out of that. Give me that little thing, please. They both kick the shit out of this little finger-licking good sauce. And I would never be so arrogant as to call my sauce good. Oh, sure. We've called every one of our last 800 videos the best. Who am I to judge them? Look it. That's not me, by the way. That's Max. But remember, I have a surprise. So the chicken goes away, and in comes 3 little Wagyu steaks that we're going to cube up and do exactly the same thing with. I think it's going to be the shit. We cut them first. Okay, so here's the move. We take these like perfectly sized thickness little steaks, and we're going to make little bites. So then cut this way. When we've cut them, we'll drop these guys back into our existing strainer, whatever the hell this thing is, to start our little marinating, and we'll just continue like this. And in, and the same with this guy. All these guys go in, and we do this to get them covered. So now look, this is, you want this to sit for, I mean, look, if you got an hour or 20 minutes, at least do that. So we're gonna just, dump them in there. That's what I needed to do. Gosh, why didn't I just do that? Okay, so excited to use that stupid little strainer that I crammed it and it wasn't working. So now we'll let it sit 20 minutes. No more than that because I can't wait and I'm excited. Well, frankly, Max has got to go someplace and he's in a hurry, so. You know, whatever the director wants, the director gets. And when the requisite amount of time is up, we grab our beef pieces. God, I hope this is good. How can it not be? We deep fried an entire tomahawk ribeye, didn't we? It's got to work. There's just like little bites of it. But because Wagyu has so much fat in it, you don't want to overcook these. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Separating, covering. Everybody gets nice. I'm pretty excited about this. Max?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
F you, KFC.
You, KFC. Can we be sued for that? Somehow, right? The colonel will show up at the door one day. Why, I saw you saying bad things about me there. Okay. Oops. Let's go. So, because it's all the same thing, I've changed to a single basket. And because you would normally cook beef to a lower temperature anyway, these are going to go faster. And because it's Wagyu with lots of fat, it's going to go faster. So this may only be, you know, maybe 3 minutes or so. Last 3 and 1, 2, 3, and we're down. And they're there, so let's bring them up. It's been like 3.5 minutes, and we'll put them on the rack. Let's give them a little salt. And there they are. I know they're going to be too hot, but I got to have one. So tell you what, let's try one. Let's cut it in half and see how it looks. Okay, so look, I would have liked them to have had still more pink inside, obviously, but tasting is what it's really all about. It's pretty good, actually. You know what I think? I think a bigger cube would let me cook it a little longer to get a little crispier on the outside and still leave it a little pink in the middle. I gotta say, it's not a bad fucking bite. And with sauce, oh yum. Really good. Well, we've done well here today, ladies and gentlemen. We came to cook popcorn chicken. We did 2 types, the thighs and the breasts, and in my humble opinion, the thighs won hands down. We also made 2 sauces that, in my opinion, kicked the crap out of this good sauce from KFC. And then as a final...
It's finger-licking good. It's not just good sauce, it's finger-licking good sauce.
Does that make a difference?
Yeah. You called it, I mean...
What do you mean?
Sauce?
It just says good sauce. What are you talking about?
Okay. Great sauce.
Our sauces were better than this one. And then in a final attempt to just deep fry something because we can, we did these little Wagyu chunks that, if I do say so myself, were pretty good. The real problem I have right now is that we're going from sun to cloud to sun, back to cloud, and Max is about to have a shit hemorrhage because he sees his editing going just to shit. So we'll end quickly, but not before I thank you for being here, watching, subscribing, liking, hitting the notification bell. And remember, we will be in Tokyo, ready to hang out the night of July 28th. If you're there, if you're going to be in town, stick close to my Instagram for the location, because we don't know where that is yet. We'll tell you soon. Soon, right? Thanks for... I've never done that before. Why would I start that now?
Because we're going to Japan.
What does that mean? Is that what they do in Japan?
Yeah.
That's why I did that. Of course it's why I did that.